Hey guys, it is me Tilly, and today I'm here with a video that is very essential for everyone who just got into the endgame of Lost Ark for the first time and has no idea what's going on, and you want to do content and you want to progress, but people keep asking for knowledge and EXP when you try to enter these Abyss dungeons. Today is going to be the guide for the Necromancer's origin, but don't worry, I will have guides for pretty much all of them as I progress. So let's talk about them. The Abyss dungeons unlock sometime after the Chaos dungeon and the Guardian raid, mainly after completing the Northern main story quest. After doing so, you will need an item score of 340 to be able to join the first two ones. I will start with this one, even though the other one is slightly easier to do because I just actually failed to record footage of the first one, and these dungeons are limited to once per week, resetting Thursday. So me uploading this video today will maybe even help you to get the first clear before the first reset happens for you. Anyway, Abyss dungeons, they're basically like your traditional dungeons. You kill some trash monsters first, then have a boss. The boss has mechanics. If you fail to do the mechanics, you wipe and have to start over. That's why everyone just asks for EXP already on the first day of free-to-play. You join these, by the way, by clicking the little icon right here underneath the minimap. Head over to Abyss dungeon, obviously, and then you join whichever. Or you could also talk right here to the map in Vern Castle, and that's where you see all of the informations that you may want to know about. Alright, let's jump into the first boss. There's actually two, and the first boss is just really easy if you know what you're doing. I'll be honest with you. First up, obviously try to avoid all of the ground effects, AoEs. That is a no-brainer, right? You can do this, I trust in you. Second one is about his stacking mechanic, his debuff mechanics, the Death Gaze. The way it works is, I'll show it right here on screen, there's gonna be a screen-wide AoE that you can't dodge, and everyone in your party gets one stack of Death's Gaze. If anyone in your party, doesn't matter who, stacks up to 5, the entire group just instant dead, you have to start over. So how do you avoid stacking up too high? Very simple, because every time he does this AoE, and only then, not in any other scenario, he will spawn an orb that one party member can use to cleanse all of the stacks. You can see these orbs indicated on the minimap with this yellow dot. Again, every time he does stack you up, there's gonna be one. And you will take turns to obviously get rid of the debuff. The most common way is going in party order, and when we talk about party order, really take a look at the left side on the group UI. You can see numbers from 1 to 4. I'll try to highlight them and show them really on all of the different nameplates. For example, my Bard right here has the number 2. So I was second to get rid of the stacks. On the first rotation, really, you kind of need to count. So if you're the 4th one, you need to see that once you are at 4 stacks, it is your turn. If you are the 3rd one and on first rotation you are now at 3 stacks, it's the 3rd time he does the debuff, it's your turn. After the first rotation, really always take the orb when you are at 4 stacks. You could count and see what the other guys are doing, but really if you pay attention to yourself and everyone is doing that, then you will just not fail. You can't really impact what the other guys are doing anyway, so as long as you're playing it correctly, you will be fine. Right here, this guy, by the way, tried to screw us over, because it was my turn to take. Obviously, I'm at 4 stacks, while he's at 3. And if he would have taken it, it would just be a wipe. Thankfully, he didn't, so we succeeded. And that's just really the first boss. Pretty simple, I know, right? So, what is in store for us on the second boss? Well, first of all, it just gets slightly harder to dodge all of the ground effects, so make sure to really keep an eye out on that, especially if you are slightly lower eye level and you can't take hits all too well yet. But other than that, he really has 2 mechanics now. The first one is where he will start casting a global AoE that will one-shot you if you do not break his like stagger meter. It's what I'm gonna call it. There's gonna be this yellow bar right underneath his HP bar. Oh, sorry, like underneath his model, really. Sorry. And if you break that, you get to live. Cool. I suggest you to use like high staggering abilities, or just like a lot of damage will do as well. Me, for example, on the Bard, I have this beam that I use is like specifically for that reason, to break stagger meter for mechanics. But if you're a DPS, just dealing lots of damage in that scenario is just gonna be enough, most likely. Alright, the second mechanic, slightly harder. It starts whenever his HP drops to 0. And he basically revives himself, and based off how well your party plays the mechanic, he revives himself with less and less HP every time. You will have to do that like 3 or 4 times, so you will not revive anymore. And what do you really need to do? Pay attention to when his HP drops to 0 right now. There's gonna be either a red or a white flash across the entire room, starting from the boss. Did you see it? Alright, I'll do it again. Did you see the color? Was it red or white? One more time. Yes, correct, it was red. So, once you know what color it is that you have to click, then you also need to know that at every corner of the room, and yes, corners in a circular area, very smart, silly, but you know what I'm talking about, right? In the northern, southern, eastern, and western parts, basically, of the area, there's gonna be 2 orbs that you have to click. Really, before you get into the boss, try to assign positions, so not everybody jumps into the same corner, because you have very limited time on that. And just knowing where you have to go and everyone knowing where they have to go makes it very easy. And then you just click the orb, he revives with less HP, you kill him again, you click the orbs, and that's how you kill him. Very easy. So, with that being said, you already finished your first Abyss dungeon. Congratulations, you did very well. One more thing I want to mention is at the end it will let you buy additional loot for 30 gold, and I would highly suggest you do that, because in pretty much all scenarios that I've did it so far, I've done it 4 times, I got more gold out of it. So it's not really gambling, it's kind of like almost guaranteed more reward if you're smart about it. But then again, I will also have a guide on really how to min-max everything and what to look for sometime into the future. So if you are not 100% sure, should I keep, should I dismantle, should I sell, really throw it into your storage. There's plenty of room for now, and wait for the video where I basically let you know about everything you need to know about making gold with these early game dungeons. For today though, thank you so very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting that like. If you're new to the channel, really, maybe even the subscribe button is still glowing up red for you. You may want to change that. If you want to see me live stream, I do that. Not daily, because yesterday I had to take off because of the scuffed release, really. But I stream a lot. Maybe you want to come by and say hi, I would appreciate that. Otherwise, I wish you the best of luck in those dungeons and the loot, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!